These two plates are the representation of how much mass you will lose in a calorie deficit of around 3 weeks. On both sides, you see some yellow stuff and some red stuff, right? The yellow stuff, you could consider it to be fat, but the red stuff is muscle. So why is there a difference like this? You can clearly see that the plate on this side lost more red, which is muscle mass, than this side, which lost less muscle mass but lost more fat. Guess what? These two plates are like on the same person, the same twins, with the same genetics. They have the same calorie deficit. They eat in the same amount of calorie deficit, which is around 300 a day. They still work out, still train with weight, still have the same levels of activities. There's only one difference between those two plates. Plates that lost a lot more muscle mass did not get enough 8 hours of sleep compared to this plate of a person who actually gets their sleep in properly. They actually lose fat and not muscle. So on this video, I'm going to explain on the reason on why I think this happens. Let me introduce myself so you guys have some reasons to even believe me in the first place. My name is Alfred. I went through the gamer nerd to Superman transformation in over 1,000 workouts before I reached 18, and those workouts are still stacking up. I'm not only training my muscles, but also my mind. And I'm here to share my small amount of wisdom on my journey to build my knowledge even further. And I believe the content on this video could change your life. So if you're interested in this type of educational content, I post once every 2 days. You can subscribe down below. So let's get into the video. To first know why sleeping alone has this massive difference of muscle to fat loss ratio in the first place, we would need to know what sleeping even does in the first place. So what does sleeping do? Sleeping is just basically like quick saving the games of life. It's like when you sleep, a nap or a full sleep, your body goes into recovery mode. It recovers every single part in your body, your organs, your mental, your cognitive system, and of course, your muscle mass. After you have been training hard for a day, for example, let's just say you have been going to the gym 5 times a week, have been training hard, and the muscles are getting properly damaged. The process of going to the gym isn't the factor that will make you build muscle. Sure, it is the first step that actually makes you build muscle, but what going to the gym and hitting some hard weight session and going for like sick pump training to failure actually do is that they just make micro tears, basically micro injuries in your muscle. Like basically your muscle is a bit torn microly every single place. You can't really even see it. It doesn't really affect your life. It gives you like a better blood flow, something like that, blah blah blah. More nutrition will actually goes into that tears to actually recover it. That's basically what that's basically what weightlifting, preferably hypertrophy training, to actually maximize muscle growth does a lot in the first place, is creates those micro tears in the muscles. And now, after you go home with good diets and with that, Sleeping is the process where you let the muscle recover fully. Go into a deep sleep. Your body can focus all its nutrition into recovering every part on your body. Even your brain gets to rest for a little bit. When your brain gets into deep sleep, that is when you don't actually think something. When your brain is actually dreaming, it's like REM sleep. Then that's the part of your brain actually active. So people say that, oh, the brain doesn't actually rest when you sleep, bro. Fuck you. Okay, there's a part that it will rest, but there's a part that it doesn't, like when you dream and stuff like that. Of course, it will still get some moderate rest, okay? It will get some deep sleep and it will still recover the brains. So every single part of your body is actually recovers. And alongside that, the muscle, you make micro tears. So you think that, okay, it will just recover those micro tears and go back into the normal size, right? No, it recovers it. So it's like a rope. It snap apart like this. It's like very tiny snap. But now the fixer man actually comes and fixes it. But he doesn't just like connects those two together. He makes this part, like the part that is ripped apart, fill it up, actually make it longer and tighter and stronger than the rope in the first place. So many of the muscle fibers recovers when you sleep with good nutrition and stuff like that, good protein, amino acids breaks down and stuff like that. All of the nutrition needed to build up the muscle again. It's like how you can recover this ropes to make it bigger, stronger, and thicker. So that is what sleeping do. It's the actual part that's building muscle. So when you don't sleep, okay, that process doesn't get to happen. The micro tear stays micro tears like that, and next day you just hit a workout again, maybe at the same muscle part, so like the micro tears is going into tears more, to a point that it's too long. Okay, like a rope is fully get ripped in half. It's unable to be fixed anymore. You can grab some glues again, but it will not be like the same anymore. So like your muscle gets fully ripped to the point that it can't really fill up the spot anymore. The only thing you can do is just like connect those two lines again, or maybe even cut a bit of those two lines to find like the good parts of those two lines. So basically, if you don't sleep, you just hit a workout to the point that your muscle can't really recover from it. Your muscle may even shrink from too much volume and too much of the stuff that's happening to your physique. So yeah, basically, sleeping is like quick saving the recover process for every single part in your body. Organs, muscle, bones, brains, neuron system, every single thing gets some recoveries when you actually do rest. So back to the main point in the first part of the video. Why does a plate of a person who actually sleeps more lose less muscle and lose more fat compared to a person who doesn't sleep enough? They will lose more muscle and less fat. How is this the case? Well, firstly, why does we lose mass in the first place? It's a calorie deficit, right? The calorie deficit is a deal breaker when it comes to you losing weight or not. If you don't have a calorie deficit, you will not lose weight, you will not lose mass. That's it. There's some water fluctuation there and then that will make your scales goes up and down there and then, but we don't talk about that. We only talk about muscle and fat mass here. If you're in a calorie deficit, you will definitely lose mass. But only a calorie deficit. It doesn't really say that a calorie deficit would definitely lose you 70% amount of fat and 30% amount of muscle, or this amount of fat and this amount of muscle. That is determined by sleep. Why? Because, okay, if you deficit yourself for 500 calories a day, it will have to take 500 calories of that a day to actually maintain your state of life. It will make you live. Your body only cares about survivability, so it would take energy from everywhere it could. So, if you don't sleep, let's just say you don't sleep, okay, the muscle fibers gets micro tears but doesn't get to be fully recovered. So basically, it doesn't get to have that process of filling up this tears and actually making it bigger. It's not a priority because it is not really having the time to actually do it. So what does it do? It's saying that, oh, this part is broken. So it won't be fine if I just take it for energy, right? So yeah, this part is a bit broken, so I'm just gonna like a broken bridge. You're just gonna take some rocks on a broken bridge. No one's gonna care, right? So your body thinks that it will take away a bit of part that's like the connection of the micro tears and take a bit of that and just take that as energy to maintain your life right now. So it got like 300 calories worth of energy from those muscle, and okay, we're lacking another 200, so let's just take it from fat. So at the end of the day, it has to harvest muscle fibers first because it's damaged and it's not really getting recovered. So it will take that first for energy, and then the leftover, it will take the fat out. Fat is basically like gold. It's like the gold vault of your body. It will say, oh, okay, we're missing this, so let's just exchange some gold into that currency so we can maintain our body like that. Compared to you actually getting enough sleep. This time, sleeping is like the construction worker that are actually going out and fixing the broken bridges in your city, like as a whole. Like your body could be counted as a whole city. Like imagine New York City, but it's your body. So there's a bunch of broken bridges today. So there's actually construction workers are over there. So like when the IRS of your body, this tax government of your body said, hey, we're missing 500 calories. We need to get that 500 calories somewhere. Oh, sorry, man. The construction worker says, like, okay, the bridge are getting repaired because it's gonna get used because they're actually giving us money to actually work on fixing the bridge. Money, right? They're just taking salaries of slaves. Okay, so this bridge is gonna get fixed and to be a better bridge. So you can't really take any resources from this bridge because we're going to use that resources and actually build it into a bigger bridge. The IRS says, okay, that's fine. Let me just take the money somewhere else. So they have to take the money, they have to extract the money from the gold vault now, like morally from the gold vault. Maybe some bridges in your body, they will still tax some bridges, but most of the bridge will still get built, okay, into a better bridge. They will still tax some bridge manufacturer, something like that. So there will still be some muscle loss when you're doing a calorie deficit, but it will not be as much because there's like bridges are still getting fixed and stuff like that. They will take like some muscle as like tax money, but mostly they will have to get the money from their own bank vault to maintain the state of the city of your body right now to live. So more fat will be used, like more gold will be used in the city to maintain the state of the city right now, maintain the economic system and stuff like that, and like everyone get to work probably like just it will have to get more goals. This is fat to actually maintain the state of your body because your body actually has the salary to pay the workers to fix the bridges of muscle mass. So the next day you wake up, you lose more fat, and you maintain more muscle during your cut. So that's basically a pretty good analogy on why if you sleep, you actually maintain more muscle mass and lose more fat at the same time. Because 500 calories is 500 calories. It will have to take energy from 500 calories somewhere. So if it has like broken bridges right there, and they can just harvest it right there, why wouldn't they? And they will take the leftover money somewhere else. So they will prioritize getting the broken bridges resources first to actually maintain your body state right now, and then they go get the gold from the vault. So if you actually get some sleep in, if you actually get some salary in for the recovery system, like the recovery construction workers in your body, and pay the sleeping salary to those construction workers, now they're actually working on fixing the muscle. So they might tax them there a bit and then, but they have to take most of the goals out from their own bank vault. So that is the reason why sleeping more will keep you more muscle and lose you more fat to make you look more toned overall, and to make the calorie deficit actually works. So how much quote-unquote salary do you need to pay these tiny little construction worker in your body that's actually fixing your muscle to actually have them fully deployed and actually works towards your body? Basically, how much hours do you need to sleep in a day to actually maximize the process of muscle recovery and lose more fat in your body? Actually making sure that the cuts works to lose fat mass, not muscle mass. Well, this is a common advice, but at least 8 hours of sleep a day. A lot of people make excuses like, oh, okay, I don't need 8 hours of sleep a day, bro. Okay, yeah, I can sleep 6 hours and it feels great. This is a quote from Dr. Matthew Walker, who created the book, How We Sleep. I really love that book. I have that book right there on my shelf. I was just reading it this noon. But like, he says this one thing, like, the population of the world that can actually survive with 6 hours of sleep a day, or maybe like 5 hours of sleep a day, or something, about 6 hours of sleep a day is rounded up to a number and a percentage of 0. You're maybe thinking, oh, okay, I'm feeling fine like that. Okay, so like, let's just think of it this way. People that are in poverty, that are not having the best service possible, they're eating, begging for food, stuff like that. They're feeling fine, taking drugs, using their money on shit stuff. And they're fine with this life. They can still maintain their life because it's normal for them. But it is nowhere okay compared to just like having a normal lifestyle. Okay, let's just say if you have 8 hours of sleep with no caffeine in it, you have a normal lifestyle, have a good family, good financial system, and stuff like that. Suddenly, snap a finger, now you have to sleep 6 hours. So like, maybe you get fired from your job, every single money of yours goes down, and then your life quality just drastically goes down randomly. You would not be able to feel good with that, right? Like, you have such a big lifestyle difference that is not okay. But right now you're living like a mule, you're living like such a terrible lifestyle. It is not okay like this, okay? You do not need like the normal human function necessity. Let's just say this homeless person, they don't have money to eat properly, they don't have a shelter, they have to beg people for money, they don't even have a job, they're just sleeping on the road and stuff like that, but they can still survive. Because they still have like the enough stuff like that. But that doesn't mean that their life is, and that doesn't mean that it's okay for them to be like this for the rest of your life. It's like how you're having 6 hours of sleep right now. It's like you're going on through a hardship and stuff like that. You're like this homeless man right here, just I'm fine. I can just have one meal a day and then just sleep outdoor. Oh, this $50. I'm just gonna go buy some and then enjoy my time in the hourly. Yeah. It's like you're that dude right here. You have like 6 hours, 5 hours of sleep. Your body is not okay right now. You're just thinking, your brain's just thinking like that because you're like used to it. Nobody in this fucking world is fine with under 5 or 6 or 5 hours of sleep. No one, like Dr. Matthew Walker has said, the amount of people are actually fine with under 6 hours of sleep is rounded up to a number and a percentage of fucking 0. Okay? Just because you're fucking homeless right now doesn't mean that $50 goes into food will not make your life better. So try to get yourself 8 hours of sleep a day. No, don't try. You have to get 8 hours of sleep a day. If you're like, oh, okay, I have work and stuff, fuck you, is your problem. You have to work better. If you're like having intelligence work like that, you have to do stuff more efficiently. Fuck you. That's your responsibility and stuff like that, right? And oh, okay, I am a factory worker and stuff like that. Okay, and in that place, it's fair. Governments and parties of the world make you work overtime for like 16 hours to provide for the family and stuff like that. And yeah, I feel you. It's kind of bad. It's you're like that homeless person, but they don't have that $50 to actually improve their life. But if you're like that homeless person and have that $50 and they can choose to go or they can choose to get like a better food for the day to make their life goes up a little bit. If you have that choice, pick it. It's a no-brainer. What is wrong? Get at least 8 hours of sleep a day if you can. Okay, it's a must for me. Okay, if you have the opportunity to do so, get 8 hours of sleep a day, and then you will have enough salary to pay for all the workers that actually are fixing the bridge into your body and maintaining your muscle mass, so that the IRS in your body has to get more gold from the vault of fat. So around 8 hours of sleep a day. If you can get up to like 9 hours, you're like a teenager like me. If you're like at the age of growing, you can get it up to 9 hours. Don't be unproductive. Sleep well. Have it like a proper sleep time with deep sleep. Just don't sleep like randomly. Just lie on your bed and just scrolling down. Oh, okay, this is my sleep time. Something like that. Have that. It's a whole deep sleep time. Along with that, it's like one last small tip is that 8 hours of sleep does not equal to 8 hours on bed. You have to be on bed for like 9 hours if you want 8 hours of sleep. So like you don't just magically go into bed and just sleep right away. Unless that day you're like super busy. But like you have to still scroll around for like 5 minutes and then you go to sleep. So around 1 hour should be the safe spot for you to actually wind down properly and get to sleep. So if you're extreme and you're really focused on making your health skyrockets, yeah, you can allocate at least 9 hours of bedtime in your day. So in conclusion, sleeping is another aspect when it comes to a calorie deficit that will make sure that you lose fat and not muscle. And if you don't have enough sleep, it's just basically like you're underpaying your staff inside of your body, so now they quit their job and the IRS actually harvests the materials of your business and now you're going bankrupt. So what you need to do is actually give them enough money to have enough sleep, actually employ them well, treat your worker nice, and then your body should do this job properly. And if you're a total newbie on fitness and don't know what to do yet in the gym, working out, taking action in general, I have 3 free workout routines for you to start your fitness journey right away. It's in the description down below. You just need to click the link. It shows up an app. You download that app on App Store or Google Play. Click that link again. Click that 3 link again. And then 3 free workout routines should pop up each. You can click save as a workout template and follow that workout routine as a plan to start your fitness journey right away. But if you want to step the games up of actually maximizing the pillar of health, and your main goal is to build yourself the most aesthetic physique possible, the top link in the description down below is all my knowledge packed into one place with video courses, workout routines, video demos of those workout routines, and weekly group calls to make sure that you're on the right track, and many more future content. It's in the top link in the description down below for only the price of under 5 personal training sessions. That's it for today's video, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.